Hello and welcome to my Arduino and electronics channel. My name is John, and in this series of tutorials I will try to introduce you to the fantastic world of Arduino, while trying to teach you some basic concepts of electronics to enable you to not only build some useful devices, but also to understand how and why they work. In this first part we will see what actually is an Arduino, how to download and install the Arduino IDE, and we will have a look at the various parts of the IDE. In the next video tutorial we will try to write our first piece of code together. So, let's have a look at an Arduino board. This is the most common board you will encounter. It is an Arduino Uno, and it has 14 digital input-output pins, and 6 analogic inputs, although the analogic inputs can be used as outputs as well, as we will see in future videos. So for now let's just say it has 20 pins that we can use to connect the board to the external world. In the middle of the board there is the microprocessor, which is a tiny computer that will use what it receives from the inputs to control what happens on the outputs, following the rules that you will set in your code. You could for instance have a temperature sensor connected to one of the inputs and write some code to switch on the heating if the temperature falls behind a set point, or turn a fan if the temperature gets too high. At the edges of the board there are the physical connections, which are called headers, and are designed so you can easily connect a DuPont cable just like this. On this side we find the power jack that is used to power the board when it is not connected to a computer, and the USB connector that will enable you to upload your code to the board, while at the same time powering up the device. The interesting fact is that, once you have uploaded your code, you can disconnect the board from the computer and the board will keep running your program as a standalone device. This will allow you to design and program all sorts of electronic widgets in which the only limit will be your creativity. There are many different formats for Arduino boards. Let's see just a couple different ones. This is an Arduino Nano, which has exactly the same capabilities of the Uno, but in a much smaller form. And this is an Arduino Mega, which has much more available pins, with 54 digital pins and 16 analogic inputs. We will see later on what exactly analogic input means in this context. In addition to these, there are several more boards available in the Arduino family. A few of them with onboard Bluetooth Wi-Fi or network connectivity, and all can be programmed using the Arduino IDE. To expand the functionality of our devices, there are also something called Arduino shields, which are boards that can be stacked on top of Arduino to add some particular capability. For instance, this is an Ethernet shield. We simply need to insert the shield on top of Arduino. Like this. And we now have the chance to connect this board to an Ethernet network. There are many different shields available, to control motors, or relays, or LCDs displays, or about anything else you can think of. Now we will see how to download and install the Arduino IDE, the Integrated Development Environment. Open your browser and go to www.arduino.cc. Once the page is open, click on Software. Then on Downloads. Scroll down the page and choose the right version for your operating system. I am using Windows, so I will choose the first one, Windows Installer. Click on the right one for you and you will be taken to this page. Here you can choose if you want to make a donation to help development, or you simply want to download the software. In this case I click just download. Now wait for the file to be downloaded. And open the folder where you saved it. Double-click on the file and answer yes on this window. Now agree to the license terms and click Next. Here you can choose where to install the software, but I suggest that you use the default directory. Click Install and wait for the process to finish. This can take a few minutes. Once the installation is completed, you can close this window. Now you should have the Arduino icon on your desktop. Just double-click on it, and the Arduino IDE will open. Congratulations! Now you can start getting familiar with the interface. So, let's have a look around and try to understand how to use it. It is really simple, and I will only point out the most basic things for now. As we go on learning Arduino, we will also learn all other commands and functions of the IDE. This is the area where we are going to write our code. Here on the bottom right corner we can see which Arduino board is connected and what port it is using. And here on the top left corners there are the buttons that we will use most. Let's have a closer look at them. The first one on the left is called Verify, and we can use it to check if there are errors in our program. The next one is Upload, and this is the command that will actually transfer the program to the Arduino board. Remember that on Arduino a program is called a sketch, so from now on we will use this term too. Then we have the usual file commands: New to start a new empty sketch, Open to open an existing sketch, and finally Save to save our work on the computer hard disk. By default the sketch is saved automatically every time we upload it to the board. This is all for today. In the next video tutorial we will write our first sketch together and upload it to the board to see it in action. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to hear your comments and suggestions, so I can keep improving on the quality of my tutorials. Whether you think that this video was too long or too short, or you think that I should go at a faster pace, please leave your comments and questions below and I will try my best to answer everyone. However, if you liked it you can leave me a like and subscribe to be sure you will not miss the next ones. See you soon on Arduino and Electronics channel.